Reinterpret the rise and fall of Nokia from a global perspective. Nokia's rise was itself a victory of globalization. It was globalization that paved the way for it. The falling third barriers opened up the global market for it. The expansion of communication networks created a huge amount of demand for it. And the global supply chain allowed it to product in the pace with the lowest cost and sell its product to every corner of the world. Nokia was the most successful beneficial of the first, when dividends of globalization. However, it was precisely globalization that completely changed the rules of competition. Well, Nokia was taking it easy. The global value chain had already been reshaped. New players don't need to develop everything on their own. They can buy chips from India, use Android with its provided for free by Google as the operating system, and hand over the manufacturing to efficient Chinese factories.
In Nokia case, the real problem was not hardware. The fatal mistake was failing to build a software ecosystem. When Apple introduced the iPhone and Google launched Android, they did much more than sell new phones. They created global platforms. Millions of developers continuously improved apps, user data flow back into system, and smartphones became service portals, not just communication devices. But Nokia remained stuck in the feature phone mindset and continued using outdated Symbian system, which was slow, hard for developers, and lacked a modern user experience. And globalization made this fall even faster. Decades ago, a market leader might take 10 or 20 years to decline, but in a globalized era, volume happens instantly. This is some data about Nokia market share decline. It didn't fall because it stopped making money. It fell because globalization pushed consumers, technology, and capital towards stronger competitors.
The international economic environment is a vast, interconnected network of national markets, currencies, regulations, and development opportunities. It fundamentally determines whether and how a company can survive and grow globally. Government policies such as taxation, subsidies, and regulation have a direct impact on the business landscape. Since the 1980s, trends toward market liberalization, including deregulation and privatization, have profoundly reshaped global business. During this same period, the international economic underwent major transformations. These changes create historic opportunities for the companies like Nokia to raise their prominence. One major development reshaped the global landscape at that time. First, the creation of the WTO and closer economic ties between countries opened up markets and lowered trade barriers. Second, the IT revolution took off. A new digital standard for mobile phones, called GSM, emerged in Europe and quickly spread worldwide. This attracted more global investors who were eager to fund new and innovative companies. So this page let us see the Nokia strategic global operations. In market-oriented production, Nokia has established manufacturing plants, research and development centers, and sales networks in the key global markets. In access-oriented production, Nokia effectively leveraged global factory advantages. It established large-scale production bases in places such as China, India, and Hungary to benefit from lower labor costs and a favorable supply chain environment. Nokia established a highly complex and efficient global supply chain and logistic network, achieving significant economics of scale, controlling costs, and dominating the mobile phone market for over a decade. Impacts on the homeland country Finland. Nokia has become a fitness champion enterprise and a major driving force of the economy. It has created a large number of high-skilled jobs, made significant contributions to GDP and tech revenue, and positioned Finland as a global technology leader.
We have already talked about why Nokia was succeed in the past. Now let's focus on how it falls. When smartphone took over, Nokia got stuck in a core competency trip. It clung to its old Symbian system, even when it knows that iOS and Android were ahead. Fear in the organization block honest communication. So the managers hide problems and also cause that the decision making becomes slowing down. Well, also about the Nokia also failed in platform strategy. It never built a strong app ecosystem. Its strategy flipped between too closed and too open. Eventually, it bet on Windows Phone, but Windows Phone is also lack of apps. Well, meanwhile, iOS and Android thrived with developer support and huge network effects. Internally, Nokia lack of observative capacity. It had over 20,000 R&D staff, but poor communication and weak incentives meant new ideas weren't used. Valuable innovations like better software interfaces were never turned into real products. So finally, let's take a look at the specific data on how Nokia gradually lost its market share. So in 2007, Nokia held almost 49.4% of the global smartphone market. But by 2008, it dropped to 43.7% and kept falling. In 2011, it switched to Windows Phone, but apparently it's too late. By 2012, share dropped to 2.9%. In 2013, it was below 2%. And Nokia sold its phones unit to Microsoft. Well, by 2015, its share was under 1%. The fall was fast and unstoppable.
Well, I will discuss why some companies fall in crisis while others succeed. To answer this, we'll compare two famous cases, Nokia's fall and Starbucks' comeback. They both were once extremely successful. Nokia led the mobile world, while Starbucks built a global coffee culture. But challenges came. Nokia ignored Apple's phone, and Starbucks faced declining sales and strong competition. Like their leader reacted differently, Starbucks founder returned, admitted mistakes, and refocused on quality. Nokia leaders created fear, avoided change, and made poor decisions. Now we turn to the result. The results were pretty clear. Nokia lost in market. Starbucks recovered. From these stories, we learned three things. Stay open and honest. Adopt quickly and live with courage. And obviously, a company with honesty and heart can survive any storm. Thank you for attention.